Hello, it is Monday. Welcome to another weekly vlog. I have just had my breakfast. I have just recorded my what I watched last week video. I'm about to do a little bit on the exercise bike, emphasised a little bit. I think I told you last night that I put on half a stone and I'm like, how the hell's that happened? Well, I weighed myself today. I shouldn't have, but I did because I thought maybe there's something wrong with the scales. And the half a stone's back off again. So high on earth, and I weighed myself several times last night and several times this morning to make sure it wasn't a scale fault. So I miraculously have lost half a stone overnight. Who knows? So yeah, I'm just gonna get on. Let me show you what came today. Darren's ordered this. So we can't afford to put a fence up just yet because excuse me, it's going to cost a lot more than we thought. So this is a little outdoor Wi-Fi security camera that we're going to mount outside so that we can, I think it's like motion detected, notifications, weatherproof, wired or wireless. So this is going outside to keep an eye on the little scroats that keep coming up to our door, banging it and running across our garden. And you see, because they stole stuff from next door, so I want to keep an eye on what they're doing and actually have evidence when the parents, my child wouldn't do that. Well, excuse me, here we go, we've got this evidence. It's ridiculous you have to do this. And these days, just with kids, and these kids are Isaac's age. Three of them are in Isaac's year at school, and two of them are in another class, and one of them has just went into his class. Today was the first day. This is the first day that Isaac's gone back to school after the lockdown. I'll film him when he comes back and see how his day went, or I'll get Darren to film him on the way home, one of the two, see how his day went. So he didn't want to go back, so hopefully his day went well. I don't know why, I thought he liked school, but he really was not keen to go back. But he needs to, because he needs to see his friends, you know, be more active, out and about, you know, break time, running about the place. So yeah, that's what's happening today. I had quite a hard night last night. My whole arm and this side of my chest just was really sore, and then I got really worried because I googled, don't Google, and indigestion, stomach pain are two contributing factors of heart disease. So indigestion, stomach pain, really sore left arm, sore left chest. I was getting a bit anxious, to say the least. So angina runs in my family too, so I'm hoping that a massive lifestyle change, as in daily exercise and, you know, eating much less, will help whatever's going on. And I'm hoping I've caught this in time, but it's worrying. If it continues, I'll probably have to have a heart trace done. But yeah, that's what's happening today so far. I shall video Isaac later and let you know how he got on his first day back at school. So how was day one back to school?
Alright.
So it wasn't as bad as you thought?
No.
So you're glad to be back now?
We basically did no work.
Well, that's great. No work.
We basically just ran around in the playground.
Well, it's good that you ran around, but no work.
Oh, we did a bit. We did some math and some literacy, that was it. Like one math piece and one literacy piece.
Yeah, so, successful first day back. I don't know what Dobby's doing. Darren just called our doctor, so I still have that chest pain and arm pain. But I've started to get quite breathless and I've started coughing. All not very good signs. So, but he's not taking any calls this afternoon or any appointments. He will only do callbacks on the morning. So the receptionist says if it's an emergency, go to A&E. That would be, I don't know how many hours of a wait. So I think I'd need to be pretty convinced that it's something really bad to go up to A&E. So I'm hoping if I just wait until tomorrow. Darren's gone in to get a blood oxygen heart rate monitor from my friend Becky. She had COVID and we lent it to her, so I'm going to sort of keep an eye on my pulse rate's elevated. So it could be any number of things, but you know what it's like when you get chest pains, left arm pain, And then all these other things I've had over the last few weeks that also tie in. So I'm hoping it's nothing. I'm hoping it's just coincidence, but looks like I may be going tomorrow for a heart trace if this is no better. So I shall keep you posted. Hello folks, it is still Monday. I'm just on the way to the shop because half of the stuff I need in my Tesco order is unavailable. It's being delivered tomorrow. Two of the things is celery, which for my new diet I need for loads of my meals or snacks. I've got it, you know. And I ordered little like snack packs of fruit for Isaac's break. They're only allowed to bring, it's not like an hors day. Well, if you were lucky for your break, you had a packet of crisps or a bar of chocolate. They must bring fruit for their break now, and they're not allowed anything else. Isaac doesn't like any fruit, but you know those little snack packs you get that have the apple like cut up and stuff? I think he would eat that. And I'd ordered those, but all of the snack packs, there's like apple and grape, there's all different ones, and they've not, obviously all the parents buying them for kids going to school. So it's one of those things I need to get, so I need to go down to the local shop. And I say local shop, there's one of them within walking distance, but Darren says they've got naff all in the way of vegetables and fruit, so I'm going to the slightly further away one in the village we used to live in, which is like 3 miles down the road. Called the doctor, called the receptionist, should I say. No, the doctor will only do callbacks in the morning, so you've got no appointments then. No, you'll have to call back in the morning. If it's an emergency, go to A&E. Well, I'm concerned and I'm worried, but it's not at this stage an emergency. I'm also going to get some aspirin, because I know if you've got issues, aspirin can help. I'm maybe really over exaggerating, but apparently one of the really common symptoms is an impending sense of doom. Believe me, I have that. You're probably thinking, what are you doing out in the car? Well, I've no flipping choice, I have to go out. Darren's making him and Isaac's dinner at the minute, and I just want to get some aspirin in me as soon as possible. Just this weight on my chest is just really worrying me. It's a bike, and of course there is a cyclist, and of course now half of the country's coming on the other side of the road, so I can't get past. You get why cyclists irritate me. Look at the amount of room we've got now. None. Now if anybody comes over this bastard hill, so I made it. Yeah, so I'm going to call the doctor in the morning and see if he can see me, but if it's concern about a heart, I think he's going to send me to A&E for an ECG. And that's going to be hours and hours of waiting in the waiting room. I always think it's nothing, but my granny had symptoms of a heart attack the day before she had one and died. The first one that she ever had. She was 62. Which is not old nowadays. I know I'm not 62, but I'm maybe just getting myself into a state, you know what I mean? I'm maybe just stressing myself, and that's bringing on, it was just the indigestion and then the chest pains and the arm pain, and when all of those were tied together I was like, shit. So it may be nothing. I'm hoping it's nothing. I've got a bag packed. Yes, I'm ridiculous like that. I've got a little, I haven't told Darren, but I've packed a little bag just in case I go up tomorrow and get an ECG and they say, right, you're going to have to come in, something's not right. So my bag's packed just in case that happens. I've got a little welcome back sign outside the school for the kids. Right, I'm at the shop now. I get parked. here. So, I don't know, like I say, maybe I'm just being ridiculous, but yeah, can't be too careful these days. Right, let's hope they've got some fruit in here of some description. Hello, so future editing Lisa here. Tuesday evening Lisa here. I'm going to insert some footage now of my day on Tuesday. I called the doctor at first thing Tuesday morning. You heard me last week about concerns about my symptoms, and he told me to go straight to A&E as I had potential heart sort of like symptoms. I went to A&E today and I had an ECG. I had lots of bloods taken. I had a chest x-ray and I will pop that in for you now.
And the procedure planned for Thursday. Thursday? Isn't it Thursday?
So we're back to normal time. It's Tuesday evening, just about to go to bed. My face is really, I've just scrubbed myself within an inch of my life because, you know, hospitals are really warm and I was wearing a winter jumper. And I got my Body Shop order last night, so I've got lovely like facial peels and stuff, which, see this, it's that rundown thing again. But anyway, so they found nothing. They said my trace was a little bit tachycardic, which basically just means slightly elevated pulse, which is normal for people in hospital. They call it white coat syndrome, where you like get a higher pulse because you're nervous. My chest x-ray was clear, my bloods were fine. Speaking about bloods, that's a nice one, isn't it? Never mind my tattoos. The other one's not too bad. They did detect blood twice, that's the other arm. They detect blood twice. The bad arm is the first time. I felt it. You rarely feel it, but I felt it. Because there was a blood they should have taken that they didn't. When they checked out my heart and they saw that it was okay, they then said the symptoms could be consistent with a clot in my lung because I take the contraceptive pill and that has a risk for long usage of clots. So they took another set of bloods, and there's a number in there that would show up if I had a clot. Thankfully those numbers were normal. If they weren't, they were going to send me for a scan, but everything's okay. I still don't know why I have the symptoms. I've started to cough a lot today. I think I might, I'm thinking along the line of, have I got COVID again? But I've still got really horrible pressure on my chest. I'm still coughing. Feel really sore around my chest, my back, shoulder, sort of arm. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on. You can see my little, I've ripped it getting it off. My little NH, I'll keep that as a little souvenir. So yeah, that's what's going on. I don't cough much until I start talking, and that's when it starts, when I talk for too long. So yeah, that's what's happened today. It was an eventful one, but thankfully nothing serious. I cannot say enough positive things about the staff. With everything that's going on right now and with the pressure those guys are under, I mean, they were so polite and friendly and cheerful, and they just dealt with everyone around them with real patience and courtesy and friendliness and kindness. And, you know, with what's going on at the minute, I mean, you know, you would think that they'd be a bit short or a bit snappy or a bit impatient, but no. Can't say enough good things about them. So positive all around experience today. Thankfully nothing serious is going on. So although the symptoms are still there and haven't changed, I can content myself that it's nothing, you know, really dangerous. I have ordered another COVID test for myself, just to be sure, because I don't want to be out spreading that about the place. So obviously I'll not be leaving the house. So yeah, that's what's going on at the moment. And yeah, I shall check in with you guys later in the week. Hello, it is Wednesday, and I have got another COVID testing kit to try to get to the bottom of my chest tightness, breathlessness, all that stuff. I'm really hoping it's not COVID again. It has been, we got our test result positive for COVID on, I think it was the 6th of January. So it's almost been 3 months. So I know that they say you can get a false positive within 3 months. So how are you supposed to know if you've got it? But in saying that, I think I got COVID a lot earlier than, I think I was sort of on the way to get better when I got my test. The only reason we actually even got the test in January is because Darren's symptoms were so similar to last time. But I think I had it first and I gave it to him. I think I got it from my parents, possibly because I had migraine-like headaches for a week after Christmas, so I think I actually got it on Christmas Day in my mum's. I apologise about the light, it's just the windows behind, there's loads of light coming in and I cannot be bothered putting the camera light on because I'm feeling lazy today. So I've got all my gum. I showed you all this last time, all my stuff. Oh, I don't want to drop anything. I'm not going to film the test again because you know how that went last time. I'll be having you all gipping again. Gipping? Is that a word? Now, I had never heard that word before my husband said it, gipping. I would call it, what would I have called that? Retching, I would have called that. You know, when like you go, whoop, gipping. Let me know if that's a word that you use. So I've got my swab, I've got my wee bottle, I've got everything here. So I'll go and get it done. And I'll tell you how it was when I'm finished. So is it done? It was as unpleasant as last time. I think I didn't do it properly like I did last time, but I cannot do that. It's so it's ready to be posted off today. I don't think it's going to be positive. I think this is either the after effects of the last one or possibly I've got a virus and it's just hitting my lungs a bit worse than usual because we've had COVID twice, so maybe it like damages your lungs, I don't know. But there's definitely a lot of breathlessness going on. Although once in the past, Darren reminded me, I'd completely forgotten actually twice. I had a virus that, like, the doctor told me that I'm like asthmatic only when I have a virus, like my breathing gets really laboured and I've had to get inhalers before. So possibly this is just a virus and it's just settled on my chest, but with COVID and everything, that's the first thing you think, isn't it? So, yeah, I shall obviously let you know what happens. Hopefully it's not positive, because that'll be Isaac off school again when he's just gone back. So I shall keep you updated. Okay, so I told you I would show you what I'm eating in the quest to eat healthier. It is Wednesday evening. This is, it looks disgusting, that is carrot and coriander soup, half a can of. And that is plain natural yogurt with a teaspoon of honey and 3 strawberries. So this is my tea for the evening. And if I'm hungry later, I'll have some celery. And I've got some like peanut butter with sugar removed, like a good one. They've had their dinner. It smelled extremely lovely. It had sausages and pasta and some sort of chili sauce or something, and it smelled really nice.
It was sweet and sour sauce
That
with
was.
pineapple chunks, honey and sweet chili sauce.
Well, that's not fair. That's helpful for my diet, isn't it? I know. The old gleeks are on. I've got that, you know, that when I get the bad eye thing. I don't think you can even see it. It's my right eye as you're looking on the left. Can't really. My eye's been stinging like a bugger all day, so I've got my eye drops. I'm in my dressing gown and my PJs because I feel like I've had, you know, when you've been ill, you feel like you've had a kicking when you get up in the morning. I just feel sore all over. My chest still feels like someone's standing on it. I'm waiting on the COVID results coming back, hopefully for tomorrow. Just hoping I don't have that again. I think a couple of times in the past I've excuse me. This is what happened. I'm fine until I start to talk, and then this. A couple of times in the past I've had like a really bad, like, I don't want to say the word cold because I cough. It goes on for weeks. And I've had to have inhalers in the past. The doctor says some people, when they get these viruses that settle in their chest, become the same as an asthmatic, which is weird. So I become asthmatic when I get a virus. The rest of the time I'm fine. But I think I may have to go get an inhaler from the doctor, because it's just getting to the point that, I mean, I haven't really spoken today until I've put this on. And it's just made me start. I'm going to have to switch it off because I'm going to start coughing. Nothing to report. What else? Isaac will be home from school in half an hour and we'll start into the old homework. Tonight I'm having proper food. The last 3 nights, I've had different food to Isaac and Darren. I've been having like natural yogurt with strawberries for my breakfast. I've been having porridge with banana. Things like, you know, if I'm hungry I'll have celery with some hummus, and for the evening I've been having like soup or like a salad pita bread or something like that. So tonight is chicken dinner. Unfortunately, one of my favourite parts of chicken dinner is the potatoes, which I'm not allowing myself to have. I'm going to just have the chicken and vegetables, no stuffing, which I adore stuffing. That's what she said. The stuffing and the potatoes are probably my 2 favourites. I'm a big carbs lover, probably hence why my weight is how it is. So it's just getting to the point of changing the food habits, and then if I can lose an amount of weight, you can allow yourself a little treat every now and again, but for now I need to be strict with myself. So chicken and vegetables for tonight. Which I'm really looking forward to because it's something warm. You know, it's like a proper meal as such. Right, I'm going now before I start coughing anymore. I shall check in with you guys when I get my COVID results, hopefully by tomorrow. Right, what are we doing?
Planting some stuff.
We're planting some sunflowers. Let me go around the other side. Sun's on my face. We can't do this bit because I'm not strong enough to lift that. So we're going to pot them in a couple of big pots to start with. We get a lot of slugs here. I have ordered some organic, pet-friendly slug stuff but it won't be here for probably a week or so. So we're going to plant them in these pots until they start to, like, the little shoot comes up, and then when that happens we shall replant them in the garden. Although in saying that, I think our little patch of soil there is it's not really good.
We can use this to water them because it's very close to it.
No, is it? That would be too much. Just take it up to about that line, you know, the line. You see what I mean? As much as we can. That's...
See right there?
Yeah, that should be enough. This is what Isaac's doing when he's meant to be planting his sunflower seeds from school. Isaac, you'll push that over. Don't, just, let's get this done so I can get inside again. Right, go and, like, in there where the seeds are, go and pick up the little handful of 5 or 6. Just
drop them.
1, 2,
Isaac, they're together. Did you put them all together again? I divided them in 2 piles. Oh, Jesus
4,
Christ.
5, 6.
Isaac!
6 of them.
Right. Okay, let's use this one. So, we'll just dig down a bit. We're going to put them separate, okay? So let's put, right, so drop one down there. So let's cover them over.
It nearly fell fully in whenever I dropped it. Oh my gosh.
Wait a minute. Let's get, this is good quality in there. Push that down a bit.
Oh my gosh, they're invisible. I'm putting in the thick boy next.
Okay.
Boy going in.
Isaac, did you crumple it?
No.
You crumpled it. I put another one in there. That's probably not going to take now.
Thick boy. We have another thick boy.
Right, I'll do one right in the middle. Do not squeeze it or crumple it, please, Isaac. Right, down it goes. Right, do you want to go get the other?
There's one more.
Right, we'll move on to this. All that rubbish up there. That is from our old wardrobe. And those branches, do you remember when we had snow? And Darren went to get branches for, well, that's them. Well, they're still there for Halloween. That makes it even worse. Darren's left the scissors outside. So that's the thing that they give the kids. So we plant them in pots first so they can take, and then we'll transfer them. But I think, I don't know what it is with our soil, but things don't tend to take in it. I don't know why. I don't know if it's, I'm just putting my slippers on, not doing a weird dance for you. Isaac, that she will put a hole in that ball.
She's just nudging it.
No, she will bite a hole in it. I'm feeling not too bad today. Still got tightness in my chest, but still coughing. But knowing I don't have COVID and there's nothing wrong with my heart helps, I think. Right. Isaac, when you come in, shut the door behind you, okay? Right, let's go into the living room. I replied to all my kit and caboodle comments today. I've moved on to the Lisa Loves channel and I'm doing it per video rather than going into the little algorithm, because that throws all my true crime ones up as well, which I'm not commenting to until I feel better, because you can hear how out of breath I am, and that's just from going outside and planting a couple of seeds, for Christ's sake. Yeah, I'm just not in the mood, so I'm going through and replying to the sort of like, you know, the movie ones or the silly reaction ones, and I'll do the true crime ones someday next week. I have to do a new true crime video. I haven't done one in a couple of weeks. The Michael Barrymore one started getting a lot of hits again for obvious reason. If you don't know, if you've been under a rock or you're not in the UK, they've arrested someone for the murder of Stuart Lubbock, which we think Darren's just, he's going to get done for slander there. When you look at the age of the person that's been arrested, it ties in with the age of Michael Barrymore's boyfriend at the time, who was there that night. So nothing's been said apart from a 50-year-old man was arrested. No one else at the party we think was that age. So that's how it looks. No more news at the minute. As I've said all the way along, I'm not saying Michael Barrymore did it. He maybe did do it. I'm not saying he didn't, but without a doubt, he knows something. The man left the party and he had his publicist come and collect evidence. He had people lie about Stuart's body and saying that it was tampered with in hospital. So the man knows more than he's letting on, and it's only going to be a matter of time before someone that was there, loyalties change over the years, and those people that were there obviously are all lying for one another. And I very much doubt, there were two younger sisters there, I think, and I very much doubt they were physically involved. So I would imagine that at some stage maybe they will come forward or someone will, but they have got information. They increased the reward for information and someone has come forward with something, and that something is strong enough to have arrested this guy on suspicion of rape and murder. So we shall see. But that video, anyway, as I was saying, that video got a load more hits. The last time I looked it was over 11,000 hits it had. So I have done a lot of research on the Jill Dando case, which I was going to do before the one came up, the Scottish one that I did most recently, because I was just floored by that and I had to cover it. But yeah, I might do Jill Dando next because it has been requested, and then there's a couple more that have been requested. So yeah, I have to psych myself up because you have to do so much research, and then if you say the slightest thing wrong, and the thing is, you read information and on proper like newsworthy sites, I don't mean the Mirror or the Sun or crap like that, but things are reported differently in different places, and a lot of people sit and read entire court, I can't say the word, transcripts, which I don't, because I don't have time. But I suppose these people make a living from it, they make money from it. I obviously don't. Every single true crime video I did got demonetised instantly, so I need to research what it is that these people do that I'm not doing. There's maybe a word I'm using or something, but I'm getting demonetised instantly. So that's not going to get me anywhere, is it? But yeah, I shall get one done in the next week or so. But nothing much happening this evening, Friday evening, just relaxing evening in. Same for everyone, no one's doing anything, are they? Can't do anything. So I'll get back and I'll reply to some more of my comments. There's a tag going about that I want to do, which is your favourite movie from 10 genres. There's like horror, drama, comedy, adventure, sci-fi, and you pick one movie that's your favourite from each genre, which I'm going to find really difficult because it changes. Or maybe there's like, as example, in horror I've got Misery, which is probably the one I enjoy watching the most. But is it the best horror movie ever made? No. But I personally love it. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is probably the one that frightened me. I just love that. It's just really eerie and creepy, and that stays till today, it still is. And then American Werewolf in London, which still has the best werewolf transformation scene that's ever been done, and it's just a fantastic movie. And you have to pick one out of all these, and then there's The Shining. I mean, that's just a masterpiece in itself, so how are you supposed to pick one? But anyway, I shall. And I'll probably waffle and pick more than one, but you know what I'm like. But yeah, that's interesting. I've got to know quite a few people in the UK that have movie channels, which has been really nice, getting to know different people. Sort of like people that like all kinds of things, not just horror, so that's been cool. And you get loads of like, you know, recommendations and movies you maybe didn't know about. One that I really want to see at the minute, and by the time you watch this, hopefully I'll have seen it. I don't know. Cinemas aren't open yet. But all these people are saying, it's the one called Nobody with, I apologise, I don't know the actor's name, but he was Better Call Saul in Breaking Bad. He was in Breaking Bad as Saul, and then Better Call Saul, and it looks fantastic. It's been described as a mix between John Wick, Tekken, and Quentin Tarantino, and it just looks brilliant. So everyone's ranting and raving about how great this is, so that's next on my agenda to get watched. Yeah, but this week we haven't watched anything groundbreaking. Last week's movies were really good. There were loads of really decent ones. But this week so far it's just mediocre at best. So let's hope we watch something else that's a bit better in the next few days. So yeah, I shall check in later in the weekend when there's anything of any note to tell you.
I wonder if they can see us.
Look, it's heading straight for the moon.
Oh, it is. Let's see if it lands. it.
It's not going to land on moon. Look, it's turning.
Wait, Dad, look, there's another little shooting star.
It is Friday. I wasn't quick enough to get it before it calmed down a bit. I don't know if you can see. It's snowing. Snowing. So I'm going to put some fat balls out for the birds. I just heard doggy feet. Hello, Dobby. Right, I don't think I can film this because it'll slow me down and I'll get soaked. Yeah, it's starting to come down a bit faster now. Did you see the grass? That really horrible bit of grass in the middle is where we put bird seed. Ooh, look at that. Yep, snow. Right, let me go and put these fat balls out. Fat balls and bird seed out. A couple of really big flower pots dug out for Isaac's sunflowers that we need to plant. Snow. It's all melted on my hair. There's just water left. Hello, it's Saturday. Oh, this has arrived. Oh, looking slightly different than I would have thought. I've ordered a clematis because when we moved in, there was one all up that fence, but we pruned it back and it never grew back. So I bought, this must just be like a little bud thing. So I'm going to plant it here. Can you see that really woody stem there? That's where the other clematis was, which has never come back again. But it's so deep, we can't dig it out, but half of it's on the other side of the fence. So, let's get on with planting this one. Right, well I planted it. See that skiffly little thing there? That's it. That's what it should look like. I don't have the highest of hopes. Apparently it flowers from October as well. I was wanting something for summer. Hello, okay, so it is Saturday and I've just done a video tag of my favourite movie from each of 10 genres, which will be up on my Lisa Loves before this. So the genres were horror, animation, drama, comedy, sci-fi, action, comic book, western, romantic and adventure. So I probably, what I'll do is I'll link the video at the end of this if you want to see my choices. It was just a fun one. I don't do tags often nowadays. I was trying to move away from doing movie stuff and move towards true crime. But although my movie, like, my views are really low. I mean, I'm lucky if I get 50 views on like a movie video. But I'm getting like in some, I mean 6, 7, up to 12,000 in some of my true crime ones. But I much more enjoy the sort of feedback from the few people on the movie ones. So we'll see what happens. I've got to know a bunch of really nice people and enjoying the sort of interaction and feedback with them. So we shall see what happens. It's not something I'll do as seriously as I did before, as I don't really get the time these days, but I like to dip my toe in and out where I can. So Isaac is at the minute outside playing with the next door neighbours. There was loads of noise and shrieking and screaming and now there's nothing. So I'm kind of wondering what's going on. A little plant arrived today, which it's a clematis. When we moved in here, there was a gorgeous clematis all over the fence and Darren pruned it back. Because it had grown all through the trees behind our fence. And it was a mess when it died. Not when it died, you know when plants lose their leaves and stuff and they go all stringy, and this was all stringy through the trees. So in his quest to cut it back, he killed it and it was beautiful. So I've bought a clematis, but apparently it is dormant from June to October, which is basically all of summer, which is when I wanted the bloody thing for. So I've planted it and it's only a tiny little shoot. I've planted it and let's hope that it grows and we have a nice little flower. But I don't know what it is with the mud outside, or the soil, should I say mud, have you heard me? It doesn't take very well. Plants do not take very well to it. I think it's just crap, to be honest. What we could do is just digging all the mud out and putting in fresh compost or something. Not that that's going to happen, but it would probably make sense if I wanted to grow anything nice. So anyway, that's all that's happening today. I have got Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League to watch. It's 4 hours long. I wanted to watch it with Isaac, but obviously he has to be in the house to watch it. He's out playing at the minute, which is obviously better than watching a movie. And then he'll come in and want to have his hour of YouTube, and then he'll want his hour of Switch, and it's like, oh, then he has to do some reading for school. So when we're going to squeeze in this Justice League is anybody's guess. I did a naughty thing. I weighed myself last night. I was supposed to wait until every Sunday. Now, this is Saturday, so last night was Friday night, and I am 2 pounds heavier than I was on Sunday evening. And I have been good all week. I have, like, some days I didn't even eat 1,000 calories. People will say that's the problem, you're not eating enough. But I ate enough to be full. You know what I mean? I've just, like, made different choices. Like, should I show you what's in my fridge? I'll show you some of the stuff I've been eating in replacement of the stuff I was eating. It is much healthier. I'm not going to give up because I haven't lost weight, because I need to make the healthy lifestyle change. And it's not so much for physical appearance as it is for health and obviously interior body fat. I'm just hoping in time I get it down. I'm going to try and do a walk again tomorrow, the same little walk we did last Sunday. That's the one that brought on the chest pain, so just let's hope it goes okay. I've still got the chest pain. I think I told you that my COVID test came back negative, which is awesome. So I don't know, I've just obviously got a bad virus, and I'm coughing loads and it's really hurting my chest. I feel like the pain going in my chest and out my back, you know, like really sore chest pain. So it could be long COVID. I mean, long COVID is kicking people's arse. I mean, my friend Chris and Victoria, they both have it, and they're struggling. Darren has lost loads of hearing in one ear, and he has got something weird going on with one of your eardrums meant to be convex and his is concave, or the other way around, and it's really weird. I've got tinnitus now in one of my ears where I get a constant whooshing heartbeat and just exhausted. It's hard to think, is this my ME or is this long COVID? But definitely it's left its mark on my chest for sure. I get breathless really easily and I get chest pain quite easily. But given that I've had COVID twice, it's not surprising really. I'm lucky in comparison to an awful lot of people, so I should not whinge and complain. Lisa, I'm here. I'm not lying in hospital with a heart attack, which I thought was going to happen last week, and for that is probably a really good thing, to be fair, because it has scared me. It really, really frightened me, because you hear about people in their 40s dying of heart attacks and you think, oh my god, that's young. And you don't think much more about it, but I could have been a statistic. And that's maybe people think I'm maybe being melodramatic, but I'm not. When you get to my age and you know you're not fit, you sort of like use the fact that you've got an illness too readily, I think. I can't exercise a lot because of my illness, but it doesn't mean I should eat whatever I want. You know, if I can't get out and exercise, I should be making more sensible choices. And I mean, I don't drink, I don't smoke, we don't go out, and even before COVID, we didn't go out and socialise because quite simply we can't. We have Isaac to look after. So to me, I eat for every reason. I eat to celebrate. I eat when I'm sad. I eat when I'm bored. And, you know, it's obviously going to leave one place, isn't it? So no more of that. Obviously, I'll allow myself the occasional treat. I'm not going to be a salad muncher my whole life, but the general diet just has got to change. And I was going to show you, wasn't I? And I'm still talking just crap. Right, let me show you some stuff. Pardon the state of our fridge. So I got some caramelized onion hummus, which I do actually. Oh, that's how you spell hummus. Jesus Christ, I've been spelling it wrong. I got some little Actimel so that my sort of like, what's the word, bacteria. I got some strawberries, which, oh, thank you, which I have with this, which is like a natural organic yogurt. Obviously there's loads in that, but I have about, let's see, how much have I, so you can see that's about half full. I've had 3 servings out of that so far, which is delicious, I have to say. Eggs for scrambled eggs. Celery, which I have with hummus or peanut butter. I'm having a tuna salad pita bread tonight. Where's my pita breads? There's a lettuce in there underneath all of Darren's mayonnaise. Not mine. Darren mayonnaise is fucking disgrace. So this is my favourite soup. I have half a can of that on an evening, usually with like a pita bread with salad in or some celery. Let me show you my peanut butter. You see, you think peanut butter has to be unhealthy. So this is Whole Earth crunchy peanut butter. It was quite expensive. It was £3 something. But I only have like a tablespoon. I have had this for so long. There's the calories on it. Jesus Christ. 100, so like a quarter of this, just under a quarter of this is 400 calories. But yeah, so there's that. Most of this stuff is Darren's. This is, there you can see, this is organic Manuka honey that Darren picked up for me at, oh, there's my pita breads. Is that my pita breads? Yeah, just plain little, that's what I'm having this evening. Plain little pita. I've ordered some wholemeal ones for next week to see if they're as nice, because obviously it's better for me. And I got these. Now you may think that's not very healthy, Lisa, but it's the same calories and sugar as the fruit ones. Yes, I get the plain one. There was very, very little difference actually. So these come in like little sachets. So if you're like me, one of your main problems will be portion control, but you don't really have the choice with it or the option. So you just have the little sachet, you put in some milk. I chop a banana into it and that keeps me not hungry. Come on, Lisa, focus, focus. Is it because my hand's shaking? Why does that say at the top, per 35 grams? Per 36.5 grams, and then right, what's that one mean? Oh, with milk. Right, okay, so you can see on the third row there, with milk, it's 225 calories for one of these. A banana's probably, you can see Darren's dirty pan in the background from dinner time. I'm not flipping washing it, I wash the rest of the dishes. A banana's probably about 100 calories, so that's like 356 calories. Oh, my limit for the day is 1200, so I just try, you know, don't eat in the evening is my main bugbear, so yeah. Right, I'm gonna go look at that grey hair. Oh, I still need to dye my roots. I'm sick of this dyeing my roots palaver. If I could go just grey, I would at this stage. Right, I'm gonna get off and tidy up the mess I've made and edit my movie genre video.